330-479-7899.
Live from the WHBC Broadcast Center. Find out more about area businesses, agencies, and events.
It's what's going on right now.
This is Spotlight on Stark County with Pam Cook and Gary Rivers.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Spotlight. And apparently they're sending Pam and I to the workshop this morning.
They are, absolutely. It's Wednesday, December 20th, and of course it's time for Spotlight on Stark County, and you can listen to us on the radio, but you can also watch us on Facebook, because this is live on Facebook right now. All you have to do is like our Facebook page at 1480 WHBC. Very, very simple. And we have an old friend in studio with us this morning, Ryan Heckert.
Well, a friend we've known for a long time.
Yeah, he's not old age-wise.
I'll be 40 in 2018. I feel
he's
old.
a baby.
He's a baby.
He's a baby,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Youngster.
So, Ryan Heckert, CEO of TWI, which is the Workshops Incorporated. Good morning. How are you?
I am doing well. Fortunately, I'm doing well. You know, the stomach bug is dropping people left and right. I've got a wife at home, Sarah, and my little daughter, Ava, who are both under the weather, but it has missed me, so everybody out there with that stomach bug, stay home and don't share it.
As we move a little farther away from you in the studio. But
no, I'm good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
It almost seems like that always happens around the holidays, you know? Somebody gets sick somewhere along the line. So.
Yeah, it's unavoidable.
Well, we're just glad to have you here.
I'm happy to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about the workshops. Tell us exactly what the workshop is. I'm going to say singular is.
Well, the workshops, we've been referring to ourselves a lot lately as just TWI.
TWI.
Yeah, so since 1968, been around quite a long time, and I think a lot of people, recognize that and have seen us in the community for a long time. But since 1968 have been on the map and have existed to provide employment opportunities for adults with disabilities right here in Stark County. There are probably over 3,300, close to 3,500 individuals here in Stark County who have some sort of developmental disability and are eligible for services. The Workshops TWI has been one of those providers throughout history since 1968 to provide employment services for those folks. And so what's pretty exciting is that up until 2012, our focus has been about going out and looking for employment opportunities. 2012 comes, we become a provider of service, and so now we sort of get to expand our footprint and not only create employment opportunities, but then work alongside of those folks and provide the direct services and supervision. So,
what made the change?
Well, so in I think it was 2014, there has been some changes across the system, nationally, but more particular in Ohio, where county boards of developmental disabilities, our Stark County Board of DD here in Stark County, Ohio, has to get out of the business of being a provider of service. The long and short of it is that they authorize services and they also provide services, and so the movement says you can't do both. You've got to pick one or the other, and so Stark DD continues to provide administrative and service, and in that capacity has to step out of the role of being a provider, and so TWI during that time takes more of a prominent role and moves into more of a direct responsibility with those folks. So that's really ultimately what changed, back in 2012. So when I began my position there in 2015, we had maybe 6 or 8 employees, and now we're up over 60. We're serving probably about maybe just a small handful of people, and on a daily basis we're transporting 150 plus people and doing direct, supports and supervision to folks who are working to probably close to 200 people. So in a short period of time, it has just been tremendous change, tremendous transition.
Yeah, I know that it was a little probably frightening for folks in the industry during that transition. How's it all worked out and played out now that all is kind of settling in?
Yeah, so we have not crossed the finish line. Okay. We are in the middle of this transition. From 2014, 2015 up until now, we have sort of transitioned half of what needs to be transitioned. And so we have focused on the folks who have been out in the community providing group employment. And so we've worked through about 15, maybe 16 different sites or groups of people over the past 2 years, and it's gone really well. Our goal throughout that has been to be a seamless but sensible transition, right? And so obviously our customers are going to notice potentially if there's a change in management or administration, and our individuals are going to notice because it's a different group of supervisors that are helping them every day. And so, I'm happy to say and proud to say that over the past 2 years, it's gone really, really well. We've been able to maintain everything that we've transitioned and, in fact, grown in a lot of areas.
So how would people recognize your services out and about in the community?
Well, they're going to see, obviously, our vehicles with the TWI logo. So you'll see us. You'll see, one of our 25 vehicles that are transporting folks every day. We do full-size vans. We do parabuses, small minivans that get folks to where they need to go on a daily basis. But you're going to see us inside of local businesses. You're going to see us inside of, Shears, the potato chip company. We're helping them meet their goals on a daily basis and exceeding sometimes some of their production goals. You're going to see us in and out of businesses providing janitorial services. And typically, some of that happens outside the scope of a normal day in the evening. So absolutely, you'll see our stuff, and hopefully you'll see our staff smiling and supporting, our folks and getting them to reach some of their goals that are important to them.
Right. Workshops, nonprofit, profit. What's the status now?
So the workshops has been, and as far as I'm concerned, will always be a nonprofit organization, a 501c3. And so, the long and short of it is that, our primary mission isn't about, creating and generating and maintaining and growing revenue. It's about providing, good services, great services to adults with disabilities. So we live that mission on a daily basis to be the greatest, the best support to adults, and really just, start and end each day. A great quote comes from an unlikely source, and Albert Einstein: "Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile." And so we try to really print that on the hearts of our staff and the people that we do business with on a daily basis.
So then your funding sources, is there state funding? Is there federal funding? How do you stack up with all of that?
We draw our funding from Medicaid. Okay. So if you guys think about on a big picture, we have the Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services, which is the federal government entity that's responsible for caring for vulnerable people in our society through healthcare. And so, aged, blind, disabled. And so that trickles down to the state level, which is the Ohio Department of Developmental Disabilities, who's responsible for implementing a system across 88 counties to care for one of those groups of people, which are obviously folks with disabilities. And so Medicaid flows through those into Stark County, and we draw funds to support those folks through Medicaid. So in short, Medicaid sustains us financially to provide a service to adults with disabilities, and we just use that to make sure operations continue.
Well, I know a lot of folks have worried about where is Medicaid going. Has anything been volatile for you?
So far, so good. I think, when I've looked back over the past 5 years of some of the transitions and changes in funding, it hasn't yet really impacted the developmental disability system, which I think is a good thing.
Do you even think that will happen? I mean, it seems... I don't know how anybody in Congress can vote against DD.
It's tough. It ultimately comes down to how those services should be funded, and in Stark County here, as taxpayers, we vote and approve tax levies, which then go to the Stark County Board of Developmental Disabilities, which helps pair funds with federal funds to provide the services to pay companies like TWI and other companies across Stark County to provide those services. And so, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I hope it doesn't go anywhere. I'll fight, to the death if somebody says it is.
So if we see you in Washington, we know there's trouble on the horizon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hopefully I stay right here in Canton, Ohio.
All right. Well, we got to take our first break. We'll come back more with TWI on News Talk 1480.
Well, I proposed to my wife at Christmas one year, and she's the best present I've ever had.
1480 WHBC wishes you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Our pets are as precious to us as our family. They greet us happily when we come home. They provide us with a sense of companionship and are always by our sides. It's been said that a pet's life is a percentage of our lives, but we are all of their lives. It hurts terribly when we lose our fur babies. Hi, this is Joe Packley with the Packley Pet Crematory. In 2012, we opened our pet crematory separately from our human crematory to take care of families who have suffered the loss of a pet. Every pet is taken into our care with love and respect that they deserve. Our promise to each family that your pet will be cremated one pet at a time, and you can be assured that the cremated remains returned to you are those of your pet only. Cost is based on the weight of your pet and includes a container. For more information, visit our website at packley.com or call us at 330-833-3222, 330-833-3222.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
It takes a lot of courage to face your own death, but I'm glad I finally did. See, I was putting off getting life insurance to protect my family, even though I knew it was important. Then my neighbor's husband died. I watched her struggle emotionally and financially. It really made me face reality. If my husband died, how would I pay the mortgage, the car payments, or keep up the life the kids and I had? I realized I needed to get us life insurance right away. So I called AIG Direct. In less than 5 minutes, I had a quote. I was shocked at how affordable it is. Just $14 a month for $250,000 of term life coverage. I feel so much better knowing my family has protection.
Call AIG Direct right now for a free no-obligation quote. The call takes less than 5 minutes, and you can save up to 70%. Call now, 1-800-500-6038. That's 1-800-500-6038. 1-800-500-6038.
This is Jimmy from Jimmy's Restaurant Lounge, 4262 Portage Street, Jackson Township. I want to thank my wonderful staff. Also, Debbie has done one tremendous job decorating the restaurant. It's without a doubt the most beautiful restaurant in Northern Ohio. We are offering a gift card promotion. You purchase a $50 gift card and you receive a $20 gift card for yourself at no charge. We are open every day except Monday. We have lunch every day from 11 o'clock on. From Jimmy's family to yours, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
When it comes to the holidays, the hustle and bustle doesn't stop. Well, unless your car breaks down. Whatever this season brings, it helps to have Hum by Verizon. Hum is the connected car system that assists and empowers drivers. Now you can check your car's health from your phone, get help if you're stuck on the side of the road, and if Hum detects a crash, it can automatically notify emergency services. It's a smart way to stay informed about your car and keep your family safer on the road. This holiday season, get Hum and get where you're going. Visit hum.com or your local Verizon store for special holiday savings.
Wear your favorite Christmas sweater, ugly or not, and come to the Canton Brewing Company tonight at 7 and sing your heart out or ring your jingle bells when Voce gathers with everyone who loves to sing. You'll learn Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Mariah Carey's top-selling All I Want for Christmas Is You. Meet your neighbors, bring your friends, have a brew and some snacks, because the fun starts at 7 tonight at the Canton Brewing Company. Don't miss it.
Now back to Spotlight with Pam and
Gary. We return to Spotlight on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Good morning.
Gary Rivers, Pam Cook, and of course in studio with us, Ryan Heckert, CEO of TWI, the Workshops Incorporated, and that's our Spotlight this morning. Don't forget, we're live on Facebook as well at 1480 WHBC. We've talked about kind of your mission and a little bit of background about TWI. Let's talk about business solutions first and foremost. Talk about things that TWI can do for businesses that may be listening.
Great. So I guess the first thing I would say, and I would be remiss if I didn't cover this, we were talking about it over the break, some Christmas shopping. If you're listening right now and you are in a spot that a lot of people find themselves in right now of, or what, 4 days, 5 days out from Christmas,
5 days out.
You are looking for some solutions for those last minute gifts. One of the things that we do, one of the great things we do is our Just Imagine gift gallery in downtown, 201 6th Street, right around the corner from the Palace Theater. Great opportunity for you to pick up some last-minute Christmas gifts. A lot of art stuff, some great things. In fact, if you go down there, there's one of our artists there named Tom. Great salesman. He's going to bring you in the front door, and he's going to sell you his paintings. So check it out. That's 201 6th Street, the Just Imagine gift gallery. But that's one of the things that we offer. One of the great things that some of the folks that we serve and support can do on a daily basis is to work through and provide some great art. So we also have some great services. You guys have probably heard about, if you're a listener of the station, our advertisement for Twig, which is our landscaping company. And so we've really been able to grow that this past year to where we have 3 full-time crews that are out every day providing mowing and landscaping and leaf cleanup and mulching and those sorts of things. So we're kind of through the season right now, but it's not too early for you to start thinking about those spring cleanups. And so Twig is sort of one of our favorite things to do, is to get folks out.
How do folks sign up for that?
Well, the best thing right now would be to just call me directly. We're in the transition of updating our website.
What's your number? Let me call you right now.
Call me right now. It's 330. I'm going to give my direct line because I want to talk to people, right?
Okay.
So 330-479-3958 it would be the best way to sort of connect with me about any of this stuff that we're going to talk about.
Do you go out to properties, take a look at it, and then you determine what the charge would be, if you will, or donation?
Yeah, it's just it's not we want to be seen as competing right next to some of the other good ones in Stark County, and provide the same great service. We're going to give you the nice, beautiful green and white stripes in your grass and make sure every corner is cut perfectly. So. Just want to be seen as a legitimate business, and that's what we work hard to do. So it's simple. Just we'll come out, we'll give you an estimate, and wait for you to call us back. I know we can beat a lot of the prices that folks are getting, but so Twig is a great opportunity for us. Yeah.
It is.
It certainly is.
And so
Gary and I are writing.
I'm sitting going to write this down.
Twig, yes.
So the other great thing that we're really proud about is our document destruction business that we offer at our location in Massillon, 7891 Hillsdale's Road. We call that Shore Shred. And so, I think it's so common for us to just, mindlessly throw things away. And in today's day and age, we've got to be extremely cautious about identity theft and those sorts of things. And so, one of the things that we should all think about doing is just having that box in our house that kind of, we put stuff in there that shouldn't hit the garbage can. And so, at that location, we do a lot of document destruction, small, from, mothers and fathers bringing in garbage bags full of stuff that they don't want to throw in the garbage can to larger customers who are bringing stuff in on a pallet. So all day long, every day, we're working hard to make sure those are done safely and securely at our location.
So what's the procedure on that? What happens to it when you shred it? Where do you take it?
So there's a lot of, you can get really deep into the security of shredding, but, we do a cross-cut shred, which is sort of the minimal level to sort of be compliant with the National Association for Document Destruction. But after we shred it, we basically sort it by color, and then a recycling company comes and takes it away.
By color. Interesting.
Yeah, so I think, it's used for pet bedding. I mean, there's lots of secondary uses for this stuff.
Because all of my paperwork, I'm always in the red. So I figured you just take everything.
Yeah.
We'll sort that for you.
There you go.
Twig and Sure Shred and Just Imagine are a couple of the operations that we're really proud of. But
nice.
One of the solutions that we provide for businesses is janitorial support. And so, it's pretty easy to get through your day and to just, by the time your day's over, then the next day's over, and then you just notice your garbage can's full or your desktop is getting pretty dusty. We come in basically at any time that's convenient for the business and provide that support. And we do that through group employment, which is a group of our folks together coming into your location and providing that support. And so really proud about that. One of our big partners and customers is the Keenan Advantage Group. And it's just a phenomenal group to work with and has welcomed us in and treated our team like they're part of their team. And so really are proud about that operation as well. So janitorial services is a big service that we offer.
And again, it's calling you to do they call you direct to
absolutely.
Get a quote
I'd
on that as well?
Want to talk to the customer or anybody that has that need and just sort of figure out how best to support them. And again, the best way to get a hold of me is 479-3958 rings right to my desk, and I'd love to chat with you. So also, offer production support to companies. And so I mentioned Shears earlier. Rubbermaid is also a big partner of ours where we're sending, approximately 32 people up to their production line every day, helping them get through their stuff. Yeah. So, don't want people to hear TWI or the workshops and think of charity and think of disability. We want them to hear TWI and think about this as a legitimate solution for us meeting our business needs, from landscaping to janitorial services to production and assembly support. And so we're really proud of those things and have great teams that go out and meet those needs and great supervisors that really understand the needs of the business and take time to connect with making sure that their goals are met.
Now, you talked about these group solutions. Is there individual employment as well?
One of the supports that we do, I mentioned previously that we provide services to folks through Medicaid. And one of the Medicaid services we provide is individual employment support. So if you think about group employment, the team that comes in here and helps WHBC with their cleaning needs, you guys don't employ those individuals directly. You employ TWI, and then we work with them. Individual employment support would be if you hired that person directly, TWI would work with that individual as they need to provide job support. It may mean helping them get some extra training on some technology that's here. It may mean helping them work through some typical work issues that we all just have the skills to deal with on our own. But we do individual employment support. And so that's another one of the things that we offer, one of those Medicaid services.
To really help them get maybe what they need to get the job done.
Exactly. And it's more too than that. It's working with someone who thinks they know what industry or what job they may want to pursue, and our support comes around them to help identify that, develop a list of potential job placement opportunities, work with them on building their resume, work with them on getting an interview, coaching them through that interview, debriefing afterwards. So it's a comprehensive service.
You also mentioned that, I think several times, that you do a lot of transportation with this as well. Is that a major part of what you do?
It has become a major part of what we do. I'll tell you, vehicle maintenance is a treat. Lots of moving parts and pieces literally around that. But we transport probably close to 150 to 200 people every day, and that's getting them, simply from their home to wherever it is that they need to go through the day. And so it's very important that our vehicles are clean and up to speed, and our drivers are well trained. And so, we do that from just taking someone simply to a job interview to taking some of our folks on a community, experience, to taking groups to the job site and back, and do that across a lot of different vehicles. And so we're really proud to sort of provide that service as well.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Wow. All right. One other thing that you had mentioned here in our notes: adult day support and vocational habilitation. What? Explain that.
Okay. So back up to Medicaid.
Okay.
Medicaid pays TWI and other providers across Stark County to provide a menu of different services. Group employment is one of them. Individualized employment is one of them. Transportation is one of them. Another one is adult day support, and we'll talk about that.
Okay.
So adult day support is typically for folks who aren't as concerned or focused or targeting employment, right?
Okay.
It's more about supporting them through their day. It's more about connecting them with their community. It's more about helping them achieve personal goals that they want to achieve. And so may be focused around recreation and leisure, may be focused on community experiences and outings and those sorts of things. And so TWI at our location called the Causeway on Whipple, next to it's at 2908 Whipple Avenue, have a location where we provide those services and supports to adults, and have two groups. We have about 20 folks that come there every day, and it's a really great opportunity for folks to come and sort of be in community, but also experience the community that all of us just naturally experience on a daily basis.
Now, you said setting goals. Do you work with them to set their goals, or do they? I mean, I can't imagine everybody comes in, because my kids come in and they have no idea what their goals are.
Absolutely. That's one of the system changes that's happening. I think historically, we as the professionals feel like we know what's best for these folks. We feel like they should be achieving the same goals that I achieved or that you achieved. And so sort of have maybe placed them into some preformed compartments, and it's not really focused on the person. And so one of the things that we like to do, and that I know that we do very well, is connect with those individuals and find out what they want to do. It may be just something as simple as, I want to learn how to make my bed. It may be something more complicated not complicated, but loftier. I want to talk about franchising a local restaurant. But we identify those goals. We help them come up with ideas and ways to reach those goals, and then we walk alongside them to meet those goals.
Got it. That makes sense. 29 minutes after 9 o'clock, we've got news coming up next. We'll be back more with the workshops on WHBC.
Did I expect? I hoped.
The college football playoff eluded the Buckeyes.
Sunk in my chair at home because I really thought we were in.
But Ohio State will look to make a statement against USC in the Cotton Bowl.
Terry McLaurin has taken it into the end zone for an 84-yard. That is intercepted by Ohio State. Damon Webb goes down. Ohio State will win a Big Ten championship tonight in Indianapolis.
The Big Ten championship that will never change.
Ohio State and USC in the Cotton Bowl, Friday, December 29th, pregame at 7 on 1480 WHBC Sports.
Message and data rates may apply.
Hi, I'm Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. After I left baseball, I just couldn't stay in shape like I used to. Turns out, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone, and that can make it harder to get into shape. So I got back into the game with Nugenics. I'm feeling stronger with a lot more energy and drive. You want to get back into shape? Get Nugenics. All you have to do is send one simple text.
Frank's right. Just text LIKE to 42424 to get a complimentary bottle of award-winning Nugenics, the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. Its unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help a man feel stronger, leaner, more energetic, and more passionate.
And guys, she'll like the difference too.
Nugenic samples are not available in stores. To get your complimentary bottle, text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424.
This is WHBC AM Canton, News Talk 1480 WHBC.
I'm Jim Michaels with 1480 WHBC News. Now 31 degrees. The business model for recycling yard waste in the area has changed. And so the Stark-Tuscross-Wayne Solid Waste Management District is considering its options. With pipeline construction, local composters have all the yard waste they can handle.
We pay to haul it from the township location to the composter, and that's costing about $600,000 a year, when 4 years ago there was no cost for that.
District Executive Director David Held says they look to reduce the number of drop-off sites while setting up programs to have any waste taken directly to the composter. The first move is to close all the drop-off locations for 2.5 months, starting January 1st. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration says it's investigating the weekend death of a worker at the Fresh Mart meat processing plant on Harmon Avenue Northeast. OSHA will determine if there were violations of safety regulations involved in the death of employee Samuel Martinez. The 62-year-old Canton resident stepped into a chute and got caught in a waste auger at the plant. It looks to be a rough flu season, and it's not too late to get a flu shot, so it's a good idea to get one maybe today or tomorrow.
The vaccination provides the greatest protection against the flu. Other effective ways is washing hands frequently, covering coughs, sneezing into your elbows or tissue.
Melanie Amato with the Ohio Department of Health. Influenza now widespread in Ohio with 144 new flu-related hospitalizations in the state for the week ending December 9th. The numbers are higher than last year and above the 5-year average. And investigators in the deadly Washington State Amtrak train derailment looking into whether the engineer was distracted.
NTSB investigators want to know if the engineer operating the Amtrak train lost situational awareness because of an employee in training who was with them in the train car. 3 people were killed and more than 70 others were hurt when the train derailed Monday morning near Seattle. An event recorder from the derailment appears to show the emergency brake was automatically activated while the accident was happening, rather than being pulled by the engineer.
It's Fox's Tanya J. Powers. And then more 1480 WHBC News at 10.
Hall of Fame City weather.
Here's your AccuWeather.com forecast. A colder day on tap for today with a blend of clouds and sunshine. The high 36 will be mostly cloudy and cold tonight as we drop down to 23. A mainly cloudy day tomorrow, back in the 40s, high 42, and even milder come Friday. Cloudy but rather damp as we end the work week, high 48. I'm meteorologist Bill Degger for News Talk 1480 WHBC.
Now back to Spotlight with Pam and Gary.
Welcome back to Spotlight on News Talk 1480 WHBC. Good morning, everybody. And boy, do we have a very informative program for you.
I know, a lot of great news. I love this. I love talking about the workshops incorporated. WI, as we will call them. Ryan Heckert, CEO, in studio with us. You can hear us on air, but also live on Facebook. If you have not liked our page yet, go there at 1480 WHBC on Facebook, and you can watch all of our interviews live there. And say hello to everybody who's watching on Facebook right now.
Hello, Facebook.
I think you need to say hello to your daughter.
My daughter Ava's watching. Just wanted to say hi, Ava.
Oh, she likes to watch Daddy on Facebook. So great stuff, great stuff. So we'll kind of do a little reset here for folks maybe who are just tuning in right now, and give us a little overview of TWI, history, so to speak.
So TWI, our primary mission, we exist to provide services and supports to adults with disabilities here in Stark County, and we do that through the provision of employment services and transportation services. And also, one thing that I failed to mention was residential services as well. So that was one of the things that we've sort of expanded into over the past year and looked to grow. So since 1968, we've been on the map, have been a staple here in Stark County, and look forward to sort of pivoting and turning and continuing to grow sort of in a new area in our role as a provider of Medicaid services beyond just a provider of employment opportunities for folks.
Got it. Well, it's an amazing organization, and to watch this growth that's going on from, what did you say, 8 employees?
Yes.
To over 60 now.
Right, and so that growth has come with, what I mentioned earlier about us absorbing and transitioning into more of a role as a provider. So when we would go out and search for employment opportunities and we would partner with the county board, it's not a heavy need or heavy presence of staff to support that. And so now that we're a provider of services, everything sort of changes for us. And so I've had to really work hard to onboard folks over the last 2 years and onboard the right folks to make this successful.
So can you look into a crystal ball and tell us where you're going next?
Well, so 2019 is going to be 2018, is going to be a big year for us. Mm-hmm. And I think if you look at our trajectory over the past, if you step forward 100 years from now, and you look at 100 years of TWI, I think we will spike during 2018. And so what's happening is that we are transitioning into becoming the provider at the workshops. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when folks in Stark County hear about the workshops, they think about not TWI as an organization and our own nonprofit status, but they think about Higgins and West Stark Center and CJ and Whippledale Center as being these places where folks would come to work. And so those have been operated by the Stark County Board of Developmental Disabilities. We are transitioning into the role and replacing them. And so 2018 will be that year where we come in and transition into the 2 remaining day service centers or locations, or what people commonly know as the workshops.
Got it.
And so that will be at West Stark Center in Massillon, and it will be at Higgins down in Canton South. And so when you talk about what's next for us, that is what we have sort of been planning for and will be sort of the arc of our growth, at least for this season.
Yeah.
So,
well, until you take over 3 or 4 more industries, where you're headed, right?
Baby steps. If our board president right now is listening, he would be asking me, "What's next? What's next? What's next?"
Yeah.
So,
right.
But it's about controlled, sustainable growth. We obviously don't want to gobble up too much or do too much, because we overextend ourselves, and obviously we're not doing what we should be doing, and that's growing intentionally, consistently, and with the right people. Good people do good things, and so we try so hard to get the right people in place and have done a great job doing that.
So what locations do you have right now?
So our footprint right now is at the Causeway, which is 2908 Whippledale, which is our space where we have day services, adult day support that we offer, and we also have some operations that are running out of that location. We have administrative offices next door at Whippledale Center, which will be moving out of here probably in the next 4 to 6 weeks down the street onto Bradley Circle in Belden Village.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be a fun, exciting, but why not add one more thing for us to do?
Sure, why not? And we're moving.
Yeah, so those locations, and then, again, we'll be transitioning into new locations in July. July 9th is sort of our date, to Higgins and to West Stark Center, and then also to Just Imagine downtown, and then obviously all the group employment community sites that we've got across the county.
Wow.
So it's exciting. It's scary. Wouldn't be lying to you if I didn't wake up every day, with a little bit of fear, making sure that. But I think that's good, right? I mean, that's what drives us to do this well, and so. It's going to be a great year for us in 2018. And so that transition, a lot of families are, sitting, receiving services from the Stark County Board of Developmental Disabilities and have been receiving it since, the beginning of services in Stark County. And so, there's a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety over the transition. We've been with Stark DD for our entire lives, and then now TWI is coming in. And so that has been a challenge for us. It's not been a challenge for us. It's been a challenge for families to go through that change. And change is always fun as long as it's not happening to you, right? So,
exactly.
We just, want to come alongside those families.
Well, families want to make sure that everything's going to be okay.
That's right.
They're used to a certain level of service, and you also have a good relationship probably with folks. And
that's right.
Do those relationships change? Maybe different people, or maybe the same?
It's going to be a combination. So, we hope and plan and expect to bring on as many Stark DD staff as possibly we can. But we know that they're all not going to come. So we're going to need to have this hybrid, this combination of staff that we hire, that we already have that move over, as well as the staff that are there. They are the experts. They are the ones that have the credibility with the families and the trust of the families. And so that's important to our success, is to partner with them in as many areas as we can to make that transition. So, that is sort of what we've been planning for all along.
So what is the timeline for that now? I mean, that's really close.
It's close, yeah. So, every day I wake up and think, okay, it's, 6 months away. I think it's inside 6 months now. So July 9th will be sort of the day that the torch is passed, the final torch. And so leading up to that, obviously, we have a transition plan and a strategy for how we're going to communicate with families and how we're going to onboard staff and how we're going to train staff, because you don't just start on July 9th working with adults.
Right.
And then not have a pretty extensive process for getting there. So we've got that sort of mapped out. We're beginning to sort of post and circulate job descriptions in January. We're going to start interviewing in February, hope to hire in March, and then we're going to use April, May, and June to train and to prepare for and sort of fill in as many details as we can see in advance.
Wow.
And we've talked about the business side of it, and what you offer to them, but what about the client side of it, where individuals may be looking to become part of TWI?
Sure. So we are one of many providers across Stark County who offer this service. We believe and we know we're the best. And so, with that comes people wanting to connect and to receive what we have to offer. And so, we just obviously are always open and always receiving and always, hope to talk to families about what we can offer differently than what they might be receiving. And so, the best way is for them to just contact me, and then we contact, the right people within our organization to talk to them about specifically what it is that they're looking for, because we may not be the best fit for everybody. What they're looking for may not be something that we offer, and we don't want to just bring them in just so that we can have another person coming to our program. We want to make sure that it's the right fit. We want to make sure that what we have to offer can get them to wherever it is they go. One of the things that's important to us is movement, right? We don't want to be sitting still. We don't want folks doing the same thing today that they were doing last year. It's the same for all of us, right? I mean, if I'm sitting in the same chair doing the same thing and I haven't done something to better myself or move on or expand what it is, and it's okay if that's what you want, is to not change, but we want movement, and we want that for the individuals that we serve, and we want it for our staff as well. We want them to feel like there's something that they can move on to and move from. Because technically speaking, Medicaid creates is to help us create independence in individuals, and so we're constantly should be thinking about working ourselves out of a job. It's working someone into working for a business, and then we just step away, and then we've created that independence in them, and we've lessened their dependency on us as a provider. We've lessened their dependency on Medicaid as a system. And so just would encourage folks that if they're hearing this and they think, I know a nephew or a neighbor or, and they would want to talk more about what it is that we'd offer, that they would just call me directly. And that's 330-479-3958.
I think we got that number. I'm going to have it memorized by the end of the day. All right, we have to take our final break. We'll be right back with some final thoughts on the workshops.
Demand. A powerful word meaning dictate, call, to want something now. So when we at News Talk 1480 WHBC say on demand, we put the power in your hands. WHBC.com. Command. The latest news when you want it. Call. The latest weather and traffic when you need it. Dictate. Audio with our stream and podcasts anytime you desire. On air and on demand. WHBC.com.
Socks, ties, reindeer sweaters. We've all received them. Crummy Christmas presents. This year, give the gift of SARTA. No, you can't put a bus in a stocking, but SARTA bus passes are the perfect gift for anyone who needs safe, reliable transportation in Stark County and beyond. Visit SARTAonline.com, a transit center, or call 330-477-2782 to buy the gift that will keep on giving long after the eggnog's gone. SARTA, where can we take you today?
Hey there.
What's up, bruh?
Hello.
Aloha.
Hey, y'all.
Hey. Hola.
Hi.
It takes a lot of voices to create the sound of us. The Y welcomes all of them with open arms. From career readiness to safe spaces, the Y is there, no matter who we are. Now, more than ever, they need your support. Donate to your local Y today. The Y, for a better us.
Read by members of the Y.
When's the last time you looked around and thought, why am I keeping all of this stuff? We're talking about paper, including reports, tax returns, receipts, bank records, medical and insurance forms, and you're storing it all because you don't know how to safely dispose of it. The only safe way to dispose of all that stuff is to shred the whole mess. But who has time to feed a shredder all day? Well, SureShred, a division of the Workshops Incorporated, does. SureShred is safe, secure, convenient, and economical. They supply you with 2 types of secure containers to collect the materials you need to be shredded, or you can arrange for a one-time pickup. Either way, all the stuff you pay to store is destroyed and recycled. And when you hire SureShred, you're putting people with disabilities to work right here in Stark County. Call SureShred today at 330-479-7899 and make arrangements for regular or one-time pickup. What you do with the extra space is up to you. Call SureShred at 330-479-7899.
It's the final days of the Ford year-end sales event. It's the last chance to get our best offer of the year. 0% APR financing for 72 months plus $1,000 Ford credit cash back across a full lineup of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. That's Ford, America's best-selling brand. Start the new year with a new Ford car, truck, or SUV with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 Ford credit cash back. This exclusive holiday offer ends January 2nd, 2018, so don't wait. Best-selling based on 2016 sales. Not all buyers qualify for Ford credit financing. 72 months at $1,389 per month per $1,000 finance regardless of down payment. Not available on Ford GT, Fiesta, Focus RS, Mustang GT 350, 350R, F-150 Raptor, or Super Duty. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by January 2nd, 2018. See dealer or go to buyfordnow.com for complete details.
Find great gifts and home improvement savings during Menards Christmas gift book sale. Complete your projects with Bosch Power Tools from Menards. Get a Bosch 18-volt lithium-ion combo kit that includes a half-inch drill and impact driver. It's lightweight with a compact design. Right now, only $149. Plus, give the perfect gift this Christmas with the Menards gift card. Good through December 24th. Now during Menards Christmas gift book sale.
More season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Warning, if you're drowning in debt you can't afford, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to pay it all back, because you don't. What the credit card companies don't want you to know is that there's actually a way to get debt-free without paying off your entire debt or going bankrupt. If you have $5,000 or more in credit card debt, you now have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. For free information, call Credit Associates now. 1-800-700-7111. We'll even show you how much money you could save. If you can't afford to pay off all your debt, do not let the credit card companies trick you into thinking that you have to. Call Credit Associates now for free information on how to get debt-free faster than you ever thought possible without debt consolidation or bankruptcy. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. For free information, call now. 1-800-700-7111. That's 1-800-700-7111. 1-800-700-7111.
From TMK Bakersville, this is Don Myers, wishing everyone a great holiday season.
Hi, this is Thad Gerber. During this holiday season, may you enjoy the true spirit of Christmas with a message of hope, love, and peace. May all these holiday blessings be yours to keep. Here's to wishing you a Merry Christmas from your friends at TMK Bakersville and TMK Valley Propane.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
Go for quality. This is Robin Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. According to sustainability experts, you should buy well-made products that are durable and will last a long time. Well, you will probably pay more at the outset. Think about your return on investment. Quality products need to be replaced less often, which means you will spend less money over the long haul. At the Original Mattress Factory, we only produce high-quality mattresses that are comfortable, supportive, and durable. Check us out at originalmattress.com.
Wear your favorite Christmas sweater, ugly or not, and come to the Canton Brewing Company tonight at 7 and sing your heart out or ring your jingle bells when Voce gathers with everyone who loves to sing. You'll learn Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Mariah Carey's top-selling All I Want for Christmas Is You. Meet your neighbors, bring your friends, have a brew and some snacks, because the fun starts at 7 tonight at the Canton Brewing Company. Don't miss it.
Now back to Spotlight with Pam and Gary.
Well, hard to believe. About 10 minutes before 10 on News Talk 1480 WHBC.
It is hard to believe. It goes so very, very fast. A lot of information to share with you. We've been speaking with Ryan Hecker, who is the CEO of TWI, the Workshops Incorporated, and always check us out on Facebook at 1480 WHBC. Also, the podcast of this is on our website at WHBC.com. And we were talking about all of the things that you offer. Again, let's kind of talk a little bit. If there's a business owner out there, what kind of help TWI can give businesses in the area?
So businesses amass piles and piles and piles of paperwork, right? You can't just throw that in a garbage can. You need to destroy that securely and safely. We can help with that through our document destruction business. If you've got janitorial, custodial needs, we're there for you. We can be there anytime you need, for as long as you need or as short as you need, both small jobs and large jobs. Obviously, commercial and residential landscaping is something that we do and we do very well. And so would love to talk with you as a business owner about how, or as a residential customer about how we can help with that. Anytime that you guys need gifts for employees, we've got a wonderful, wonderful art studio downtown on 6th Street. Inside your companies, manufacturing, light assembly, those are things that we do very well, and our understanding of deadlines and things that go along with quality and those sorts of things, and so can help in a lot of different ways. Those are just some of the different ways.
What are some of the reasons businesses may be hesitant, or do they say to you they have questions for you, or things like that?
Of course. So if they check our website, if they hear the name TWI, great. Okay, it's another option. Sometimes businesses check our website and see that we work with adults with disabilities, and their first thought is, okay, well they can't do what it is that I need to do, right? And so I would say you couldn't be further from the reality of it. I've been living in it for the last 12 years professionally, and know that the solutions we provide not only meet the basic stuff, but there's other values that come with that as well. And so we've seen less call-off rates from businesses that work and hire folks with disabilities. We've seen an increase in morale. Obviously, there's great personality and perspective that some of our folks bring, and just loyalty to belonging. That's so important to all of us, but so it is to the folks that we serve. And so those are just some values that you might not necessarily see on paper, but obviously adds a lot to an organization.
Right. Yeah, I was going to say, when they, the crew comes in to clean here at the radio station, I mean, everybody knows everybody. They're so friendly, and it's always a great experience to have them come in and talk and chat for a little bit before they do their work, and so it's a good experience.
And the opportunity for them to, obviously you guys are benefiting from that, but the consistency and the opportunity for them to interact with you guys and come into the radio station, and, that means a lot too. So, it's a two-way street, and we just love being able to continue to provide opportunities like that that help folks on their journey of employment.
Yeah, you had mentioned you have some business partners that you wanted to share with us too.
So I had mentioned I'd mentioned the Keenan Advantage and Rubbermaid and Shears. Another great partner of ours is Norsha Bakery, where we've been able to come in and help come alongside them in some of their production of some of the wonderful things that they do and provide down there. So that's
we had good. Their pepperoni rolls last week, didn't we, Carol?
Yes, we did.
Oh, were you here?
No, I didn't. But I checked it off on my list.
Oh,
they didn't save any for me.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm sure they're listening now. And
they are. They always listen. Yes.
But I can dust off a 4-pack like anybody. So we're grateful for them and their ability to see past the association that they might have with and seeing the potential, experiencing it, and then realizing the gains and the values. And so, obviously, a big partner of ours too is Malone University. Just kind of a side story. I went to Malone for my undergrad degree back in 1997, and took me quite a few years to get through. But when I started in 1997, there was a group of folks that came in and provided janitorial services. And so it's fun, 20 years later, to still be associated and a partner with them, just maybe on a different capacity. So Malone has been a great partner of ours and has seen the value of some of the great things that we can do. And so would also mention St. Paul's Catholic Church in North Canton has been a great partner of ours over the last few months and getting a janitorial team in there and providing supports to them. Cintas, Timken Steel is a big supporter of ours. We do a lot of janitorial supports in 2 of their steel plants at Faircrest and at Gambrinus, and so I've really had a great opportunity to connect with them and get in and get out and get done what they need to get done. And so those are just a few. I'm sure I'm missing some, but
those
we're
are big name
those.
businesses here in Stark County, so that should say something to you right away.
Yeah,
the reputation and the work that you guys do and the service that you provide certainly shines through.
Yes, and a lot of folks have gone before me and have created those relationships and strengthened them, and we've been able to sort of just preserve them. And so by no means do I think that there hasn't been so much hard work and so much relationships over the past 50 years that have still continue.
Now, the guiding force behind your organization is your board, and you wanted to mention a couple of the members there.
As most nonprofits have a board of directors, and so our board of directors, we have 9. These folks volunteer their time, their expertise, their wisdom. They provide oversight, foresight, and insight, charge me with the leadership of the organization, and support me. And so if I didn't just, say thanks to them quickly, I would want to, say thanks to our board president, Ryan Fulmer, our vice president, Stacy Irvin, our treasurer, Chad Isler, our secretary, Jeannie Roach, and then we have other members that are James Williams, Jay Whithey, Brian Lake, Megan Wise, and Daniel Boyer. And so those group of 9 folks, are ultimately, responsible for the movement of the organization and the direction, and then they charge me with sort of leading that. And so I'm grateful for what they do in a board meeting, but for the personal help that they provide and leadership development and those sorts of things behind, me as a great group of people that supports, and also a great group of people that, are also so valuable to us, and that's our administrative team. So often we thank, the folks that are on the front lines, and they do the bulk of our lifting. But it's our administrative team that does the behind-the-scenes stuff that I'm so grateful for, and at the end of the day is the glue that kind of keeps us together and keeps things rolling and moving and moving forward.
Give us that phone number again. If anybody has any questions, they can contact you.
So my personal desk line is 330-479-3958. Call me. Love to talk to you. May end up referring you to somebody else, but I bet you we can meet your need.
Ryan Heckert, CEO, TWI. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Take us with you wherever you go. On your radio, on your phone, on your computer. You'll be excited to hear it all. Get all the details.